Hello and welcome. I am Vivek and today we are going to talk about custom renderers in Xamarin Forms. So in Xamarin Forms, for every control we have multiple renderers, one for each platform. So if you take a look at this piece of XAML code, on an Android device it is rendered as the native Android button, and on an iOS device it looks like the native iOS button. Xamarin developers have created renderers for each control that we have in Xamarin Forms, and these renderers are responsible for transforming the XAML code to the native looking UI on both these platforms. We use custom renderers when we want to customize the appearance and behavior of a control. So we can make our own custom renderers for each platform, and we can make them look same or we can make them look different on different platforms as well. Let's look at a demo and understand how it actually works. So I'll start Visual Studio and I'll create a project. I'll select Xamarin Forms. I'll name it CR Demo. I'll choose the blank template and we will wait while the project is being created. So the project is ready now, and if we go to the main page, I'll quickly connect it to the Mac. So the Mac is connected now. If we open the designer view, so this is the basic blank template that we have. So we have some code. I'll get rid of it and I will add a blank entry. So I'll add a text to it, hello, and we will wait for it to be rendered on the designer view. So now it is rendered on the designer view. I'll make it in the center. And I'll give it a width. So now we have an entry in the middle of the designer view. So if we switch to iOS, so we can see that on an iOS device the entry looks like this. So this is the native text field in an iOS device, and if we go to the Android, it looks like the native Android device UI. Now if you pay attention to it, you can see that on an Android device we do not have a border, and on an iOS device we do. So I want this UI element to have a border around it with rounded corners. So in order to do that, if I try to search for a border here, we do not have a property called border in the default entry. So how can we make it? So in order to do that, we'll go ahead and we'll add a new class. And we will name it custom entry. So I'll make it public, and this will inherit from the entry that we have. So we'll have to add the namespace. So I want to add two bindable properties to it. One for the corner radius and one for the border color. So we need a bindable property because a bindable property supports data binding. So to follow the MVVM pattern, we want our custom entry to support data binding as well. So to create a bindable properties, we create a object of bindable property type, and in the constructor we pass the name of the bindable property, the return type of the bindable property, which is int in this case, and the class in which this bindable property is being declared, and the default value for the bindable property. So we have two bindable properties. So now if I go to the main page and if I get rid of this entry, default entry, and if I try to use the custom entry that I just created, it will show us an error, and then we can see that we need to add a reference to this namespace. So we have a namespace reference added here, and now we can use it. So the bindable properties that I just created, we can use them here. So I'll go ahead and I'll write entry border color. So I want it to be red. Entry corner radius, I want it to have a corner radius of 5. And I want it to have a text which will be hello. And we also have a width of 200. Now our custom entry is created. Our main page is using this custom entry, and now we need to make custom renderers for an Android device and for an iOS device. So I'll go to the Android project, and here I will make a new class. I'll name it custom entry renderer Android, and I'll make one for iOS as well. Okay, so we have two custom renderers, one for Android and one for iOS. So I'll start with iOS. I'll make it public, and this will inherit from entry renderer. So we need to add a namespace. Now since we are trying to make a renderer for the entry, the default entry, so we'll use an entry renderer. If we are making a custom button, then we will use a button renderer, and so on. So right now I'm working with entry, so I'll use an entry renderer. So we need to add an assembly reference here. Export renderer, and in this I will pass type of custom entry, and then so what this line of code will do is it will help Xamarin to create a dictionary and maintain a dictionary, so that Xamarin knows when the user is trying to create a custom entry, this entry renderer is going to be called. So whenever we will try to create this custom entry renderer iOS will be called in case of iOS devices. And whenever this custom entry renderer iOS will be called, a method will be called which is onElementChanged, and it will be triggered. So in that method we are going to tell how we want the UI element to be rendered. So I'll override this method onElementChanged, and here I will first make a check to see whether this element is being created for the first time. So I'll check if the old element is null, and then I'll take the new element and I'll store it in this variable named custom entry e.newElement. So I want it to be of type custom entry. So in this variable we'll have these properties that we have set in the main page.xaml, and now we will start to change how the control will be rendered. So control layer corner radius. and the value for this I'll take it from custom entry that we have set in the main page.xaml. So as you can see, we have this property here as well. Now I'll add a border color as well, and I'll set a default border width, and I'll set it to 2. So as you can see, we have an error here. So this entry border color is of type color, and this border color is of type CG color, core graphics color. So we need to convert it to core graphics color. So now this should take care of the error. Okay, so now the custom renderer for iOS is ready, and similarly we will create a custom renderer for Android as well. So first of all, this will inherit from entry renderer, and I'll just copy paste the code that I have for Android, and we also have to add the assembly reference. So I'll copy paste it, and I will change it to custom entry renderer Android. So what this code will do is, whenever the user will try to make a custom entry, this custom entry renderer will be called, and it will in turn trigger this onElementChanged method which we have override, and here we will define how we want it to be rendered. So I have done the same thing. I am checking that whether this element has not been created before, and then I just have a object of type custom entry, and then I am doing all the changes, all the UI changes. So I am setting the corner radius of the element, and then I'm setting a stroke around it, which will be of width 2, and the border color will be whatever we send from main page.xaml, and then we will set the background to this gradient drawable. So we have the Android renderer ready as well. So now we are good to go, and we can run our program and we can check whether it works or not. So I'll first check it on the iOS device. So I'll choose iOS 11, and now we will wait for it to build and then deploy on the simulator. So now as you see, we have a red border with rounded corners. Now let's verify this for Android. So now as you see, we have it on the Android as well. So we have a red border with curved edges. So in the end, I would like to give you a task. So as you saw that we hard coded this border width in both the renderers for iOS and Android both. So I want you to make a bindable property so that the user can set this in the main page itself. Try to do it, and if you face any issues, you can comment in the comment box below. So that's all for this video. Please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.